So I've been looking at some of the thoughts and views of Kathleen Stock. I'm just interested, do we think the same way about transgender issues or not?
So that was being presented as a very good thing, that we should just move to self-ID.
Self-ID. So what she's talking about here is self-identification of gender. Who should be able to tell somebody what gender identity they are? And the thing is at the moment that transgender people need to go to a doctor to get a diagnosis, and then they need to go in front of a panel for them to approve any change in their gender. So if somebody says, you've got it wrong, I'm not actually a male, I'm female, they're not allowed to kind of say it themselves. In legal terms, they have to get that confirmed by somebody else. Now, many people like Kathleen say self-ID doesn't exist in this country. It does. If someone says to you, I'm a woman, we should be believing them. We must believe them. It's true. It's their identity to own. But to actually have your birth certificate changed legally, that's what we're talking about here. And that at the moment needs someone else to do that for you. I think that's awful, as many people do. The best person to tell you whether they're a man or a woman or neither or both is that person themselves.
And I was worried, along with lots of other people, mostly women, that this would make a difference in practice, because being a woman, normally, as understood in terms of sex, gives you access to changing rooms, domestic violence refuges, rape crisis shelters, prisons and so on.
You see, what Kathleen's saying here is that she was worried along with lots of other people. But I just wonder how many other people were actually worried that if we bring in self-ID, self-identification of gender, that's actually going to cause issues for other people. And what about the transgender people? Do we not care about them? It would be much better for them. And also there's this idea of giving access to changing rooms, domestic violence, refuges, rape crisis shelters, prisons, etc. We create these spaces because people need them. So we create rape crisis centres because people have been raped. Now, I don't think we should be saying that only women can be raped and only women should be able to go there. I think we need to be creating services for everyone. So anybody who is the victim of sexual assault should be able to go to a safe place where they can be safe from any repeat, and also to get help with their trauma, etc. The same with changing rooms. Should it be female changing rooms, or should it be places where people get changed? And by all means have a space where people who don't mind getting changed with other people can just get changed. And if somebody has a particular need for a single cubicle, then let's make those available too. But we shouldn't be excluding people simply because they don't fit someone else's definition of a female.
On the basis of sex, and the idea was this was all going to be unpicked and changed. As soon as a male says, I feel like a woman, according to this idea, they should have access to all the spaces and resources and rights that a woman has.
So as soon as a male says, I feel like a woman, and this really undermines the whole essence of gender identity and gender incongruence. A male doesn't say, I feel like a woman. They say, actually, I am a woman. And there's a very big difference there. And also this, as soon as a male says, I feel like a woman, it's like this sense of urgency. Yesterday they were a man and today they're a woman and they're going to inveigle spaces. It just doesn't work like that. And the access to all the spaces and resources and rights that a woman has. Why can't we just make those resources and spaces and rights available to everybody? It's not a problem.
It's just obvious that if you're going to try and change the definition of a woman so that now it includes males who say they're women, and that's
we're not changing the definition of a woman so that it now includes males who say they're women. We are simply saying that there are many different types of women, and transgender women are women. These are not males who say they are women. Very disrespectful.
Only criterion for them to count, then it's going to have massive ramifications for women.
Massive ramifications for women? Like what?
The matter are, you can legally change sex, what's called legally changing sex, if you get a gender recognition certificate. That doesn't require you to have an operation. Whether you haven't literally changed sex, and I'm afraid I also think that you can't literally change sex.
Thing is, can you literally change sex? What does Kathleen mean here? Does she mean that you can't change your chromosomes from XX to XY or XY to XX? No one's saying you can. But actually, the Equality Act protects gender reassignment. And the definition in the Equality Act is somebody who has reassigned their sex. So I'm sorry, Dr. Stock, you can literally change your sex.
So in terms of a trans woman who was a man, by your definition, she can never be a woman.
If she could be a woman, she wouldn't be a trans woman.
If she could be a woman, she wouldn't be a trans woman. Well, trans is just an adjective. You can have tall women, short women, black women, white women, cisgender women, transgender women. Woman is the noun, transgender is the adjective. So for Dr. Stock to say, if she could be a woman, she wouldn't be a trans woman, I don't know what he's talking about.
Those are the things that modern trans activism wants to get rid of. They just want to say, no, you just fill in a form. You don't have to have a diagnosis of gender dysphoria. You certainly don't have to have had any operations or take any hormones. You can just, if you feel like you're a woman, you're a woman.
Yep. If that makes me a modern trans activist, I'm there all the way. If someone says they are a woman, believe them, they're a woman.
And the argument, of course, is supposed to be that trans women are being protected from male violence in male changing rooms by coming into the women's. So it's women being asked to sort out a problem caused by males.
Caused by males. It's really disrespectful to males. This idea that all males are in some way dangerous and therefore transgender women, because they were assigned male at birth, are also dangerous. I think that's a really, really wrong argument. But then I didn't think we were going to agree on everything.